Hey guys, welcome back to Ruddesh Reddy channel. Guys, imagine if you are an IT admin and having the huge organization like 5000 computers. Tomorrow morning, a secure team guy will come and he will say, we need to deploy a critical patch to the every machine before the afternoon. Now, is it possible? Will you manually log into each system and do that? Of course, it is not possible. In such cases, we can take use of SCCM. At first, what all are the concepts we are covering in this video? Resource discovery, collections in SCCM, client push installation, client verification, resource explorer in SCCM, MECM console installation, compliance settings, application installation. And in case of application installation, package model, application model, both are we are going to cover. With the help of this one, we can do day-to-day activities very easily. So let's start. We will discuss about how to do the discovery of resources from Active Directory to our SCCM console. So when you do the installation for the first time, you don't see anything in SCCM. It's completely empty. It does not contain any users. It does not contain any computers, right? It is completely empty one. If you go to users, you are not seeing anything. Likewise, if you go to devices or user collections, you don't see anything because we are not yet enabled. So I will show you how to enable that. Go to administration and then go to hierarchy configuration, then expand that. Here you will find the option called discovery methods. So SCCM has provided these many options to discover the objects like Active Directory, forest discovery, group discovery, system discovery, user discovery, network, heartbeat, right? So each of these discovery has their own importance. Okay, if you take an example of heartbeat forest discovery, so it is going to discover all the domains which are present inside the forest. We may see a scenario, right? There could be only one forest inside that lot of domains would be present, right? So if you enable this forest discovery, it is going to scan and discover all the domains which are present inside that forest. So that is the importance of forest discovery. Likewise, if you enable a group discovery, it is going to discover all the groups which are present in Active Directory. So it looks like this. SCCM is present here and our AD is here. So SCCM is going to scan the Active Directory and get all the resources based on the enable discovery here. Okay. Likewise, if you enable the system, it is going to capture all the information related to systems like what is the operating system, what is the IP address, what is the FKDA name, all those things. Likewise, if you enable the user discovery, it is going to discover all the users, to which domain they belonging to, what are the groups associated to that. So it is going to capture all those details. Likewise, heartbeat discovery, network discovery. Network discovery is going to useful when you don't want to discover any of the objects which are not in AD. So that time we can take use of the network discovery. And heartbeat discovery, it is to ensure about the devices are active or not, and also for the management purpose. Like SCCM is here and Active Directory is client is here. So SCCM is trying to poll the clients for regular interval of times, and it is collect the informations based on this heartbeat discovery only. Okay, so let me enable all of these and bring all the users, groups, system information into our SCCM. First, I will go with the forest discovery. Right click, go to properties. Here you will find an option called enable Active Directory forestry. So I'll just select that option. Below there are two check boxes, that is for creating the boundaries automatically. I'm not creating automatic boundaries. I will go with the manual boundary creation. So I am not checking those boxes. And here you will find option called run every. How often it is going to run this scan. So here they have given it as 1 week by default. If you would like to change it to hours, days based on your requirement, you can go ahead and change it. Okay, just for lab purpose I will change it to hours. So even you can change the timings here as well. Click on apply, yes, and again finally click on OK. So now we have enabled the forestry discovery. That is what you are seeing the status as enabled here. So once you enable the forest discovery, you are going to see all the domains details in our SCCM console. I will show all together at the end only, like groups, systems, all those things. So now I will go to Active Directory group discovery. Right click, go to properties. Here you just select this option, enable the Active Directory group discovery. So it will enable, but from where it has to enable, we need to provide the details here, like from AD it is going to enable. So we need to give that details. Click on add location. You can give anything. I will give it as a group. Okay, then click on browse. So it will connect to our Active Directory, and you can select the option here. You can select sub options like container here, or you can select at the top also. It is our domain. These are our containers. So I will go with the domain contoso, then click on OK. So it is going to capture all the group details. As I said, you can go ahead and capture only particular container details. That is also possible here. Then click on OK. Then inside the polling schedule, you can see how often it is going to check the status. Here they are given as 5 minutes by default. Click on apply, yes, and select OK. So far we enabled forest and group. Let me enable the system also, so that SCCM will get all the system information which are present in the Active Directory. So once you enable it, it will be synced with Active Directory all the time. So whatever you do in the AD, the same thing will be reflected here. If you remove any server in the AD, then the same thing will be removed in SCCM also. If you add any user in the AD, then it will be get added into the SCCM also. Likewise it is. Okay. Here also select this option. Then click on this yellow icon and provide the location. So I will give the domain complete information. Click on OK. Let me bring this tasks bar to left side, sorry, right side. Click on OK, apply, yes, and finally click on OK now. So that we have enabled system discovery also in SCCM. And then we will finally go to user discovery. Click on properties and then select the checkbox, so that it will discover all the users details. Finally click on this yellow icon, browse from where it is going to capture those details. Click on OK, OK, apply, yes, and final OK. So what we did, we enabled all these discovery now: Active Directory, forest, group, system, user. And if you ask heartbeat discovery, no need to anything, because it is enabled by default only. When you install SCCM, it will be enabled status automatically. Network discovery I'm not going to touch here, because I don't have any network devices in my environment. Okay, so once you enable this information, if you wait for 5-10 minutes, what happens, you will able to see all the details. For example, if you want to see the forest discovery, if you scroll little down inside the hierarchy configuration, you will find option called Active Directory forest. You can see, right, you are able to see the forest details now, contoso, domain, and discovery status is succeeded. So it means we have discovered the forest details properly in SCCM console. Likewise, if you want to see about users and groups, go to asset and compliance, and earlier it was completely empty. Now we are seeing all the details, right? As you remember, it was empty, no items were present. Now all these users were captured. Why it is captured? Because we enabled the user discovery at the SCCM console. So these all are my users present in our Active Directory, and the same thing is captured here. Suppose in case someone has removed this user or this group in Active Directory, then it will be removed from SCCM also automatically, because it is completely synced between SCCM and AD. And if you click on devices also, you will see all the devices which are present in AD, right? These are the devices present in my environment: DC1, DC2, MS01, MS02, SQL01, SQL02, and Windows 10. Right now you are seeing the client status as no, because we are not yet installed our SCCM client on these machines. I will explain about that in later video. Okay, if you go to user collection, the member count is still showing it as 0, right? But after 5-10 minutes, you are able to see the count also here. Right now it is completely empty, but it takes some time. Okay, this is how you need to enable the discovery of all the things like user, systems, and so on. Once it appeared here, As I said, it will automatically go into groups, user collection, device collection also, but we need to wait for that. Okay. So this is all about discovering the resources in SCCM console from AD. Today I will discuss about client push installation. In this one, what happens, SCCM involves pushing up the SCCM client software from SCCM servers to the targeted devices. So here it does not require any manual intervention on each of the devices, and the SCCM software get installed automatically. So once that software is installed, SCCM can manage that very easily. Manage is nothing but, so whatever the things we are going to do, like installing any application or deleting any application, such kind of things is possible very easily after installing the client. Okay, so before initiating the installation, you may need to configure some necessary settings in the SCCM. Let me show that what are those. Open the SCCM console, then go to administration, and then scroll a little down here, and you will find the option called site configuration. Inside that, go to sites, and this is my site name, whatever is appearing here, right? It is taking some time. Yeah, PS1 SCCM is my site name. So just right click on that site name, and here you will find option called client installation settings. This is the place we are going to do the changes associated to the clients. So select client push installation here, so that it will prompt to next page. Here you will see some options like general, accounts, and installation properties. So inside general, you need to check this box. As you can see, right, enable automatic side-wide client push installation. So I'm just selecting the same thing. So next time whenever the server get discovered in SCCM, the client get installed automatically because we have selected this option. Not only servers, you can select workstation and configuration manager site system server also for installing this client software application. You can go ahead and select based on this one. If you want to install only on servers, just unselect these two. If you want to install all of those, just select it. Okay, then click on account. Inside this account section, we need to provide one particular account which is having a high privilege on all the machines, and it is able to install the software without any login issues. That is the one account we need to provide it here. Just click on this LO icon, click on new account, provide the account details here. My domain is contoso, and I'm going to use admin user. This is my username. Or if you want to browse it, just select on browse, enter the name here again. Okay, so this is the one I'm going to use, and provide the password for that. Okay, I'm confirming the same. Then click on verify. Okay, so once you click on verify, it will ask for the share path. Like it will going to check it whether the connection is happening or not. Let me give any one share path here. Okay, see dollar, then click on test connection. Access is denied. Let me check. Okay, still it is showing access denied. Let me do one thing. I'll provide or I will share the C drive, whatever I'm going to use now. So right click on C drive, go to properties, and then go to sharing, and then click on advanced sharing, select the option share this folder, apply, and okay. So now the folder is shared. Click on close. This time it should work. I will check the connection again now. Yes, you can see, right, the connection was successfully verified. So this account is having the permissions now, it indicates. Click on OK, and then apply, and finally click on OK. So now what we did, we have just provided one particular account which is having the permission on all of the servers, so it can install the SCCM agent very easily without any issues. Okay, so let me go to asset and compliance, and let us see the status of servers, what it is at this moment. Go to device collection or devices. Okay, just it is returning the list. Okay, at this moment if you see the status of all these, client is saying as no, as I said, because the client is not yet installed. Just we made the configuration like the account and everything, but we are not installed it, right? So let me show how to do. So just select the servers whatever you are going to use. I will use DC01, DC02, MS01, MS2, SQL1, SQL2, all these servers. Okay, right click. Okay, 1 second, it is loading. And once you right click, you will find an option called install client, right? So just select the server, right click, and see the option install a client. Just click on that. So it will prompt to next page where we are going to install that. You can see that install the configuration client wizard. Then click on next and select the third option here, install the client software from the specific site. So this is the site I am going to use and selected this box as well. So click on next. This is a summary page. Then click on next. So the process is started. The task of installation configuration client wizard completed successfully. So finally click on close. So now we have ran the task successfully, but still you are seeing this client as no. Why? Because it will take around 10 to 15 minutes to install the client and to reflect the status of client as yes. Okay, after 10-15 minutes you are seeing some of the clients were installed successfully, but other may running still, right? You can see this green icon, even the client status also, right? Yes, it indicate the client has been installed successfully. Others some are showing yes and some still have question mark. It will take some more time to finish successfully on all of those machines. But yeah, this is all the process to install the client push installation. So just make the changes, install the administration, then go to site and provide the proper accounts in that and come to particular server name, right click and then install the client and wait for 10-15 minutes. It will install successfully. Today I am here to discuss about collections in SCCM. Let me write it in a notepad, collections in SCCM. Okay, actually there are two types. One is user collection and another one is device collection. As the name indicate, in case of user collection we are going to collect users. In case of device we are going to collect devices. In simple word, if you ask what is collections, it's a grouping of users or devices that share the similar characteristics. Okay, and to add the members to these collection there are multiple methods. Those are direct, and second one is query, third one is include, okay, and fourth one is exclude. By looking into the naming convention only, hope you understood what are those mean. Direct is we are going to add the members one by one manually. It is nothing but a static. The second one is query based rule, nothing but dynamic. We need to provide some condition, based on that SCCM going to capture all those information. Include is nothing but combinations of groups or collections, whatever you are going to give. I can give it as a combination. Okay, combination. And last one is exclude. As a name indicate, exclude the members which is not required in the collection. Exclude the members which is not required. Okay, today I'll take an example of user collection and I'll demonstrate how to add the members to that using the following methods like direct, query, include and exclude. Okay, minimize, open the SCCM console, then go to asset and compliance, and inside over you will find the option called user collection. Right click, then create a user collection. I will go with the direct first, so I'll write it as a direct collection. Okay, then comes to limiting collection. So you need to add any one of the option whichever present here. Okay, I'll go with the all user. So in simple, limiting collection is nothing but collection where you will be searching your members from. Okay, so I'll go with all users because it contains all the users data. Then click on OK, then next. Here we need to provide the conditions. You can see, right, rule name. So what is the rule? We are going to use it. So just we can select that from this page. Click on add rule. These are the different rules are available: direct, query, device category, include, exclude. First we'll start with the direct rule. Okay, once you click on direct, it will prompt to next page where we can add the servers or users, whatever we want. Then click on next. In this page we need to provide this criteria: what is the resource class and what is the attribute name. I will go with the default. Inside value, provide the username. I will give it as a John, or if you have the user called Peter, you can give the same thing. And if you don't know the user's name properly, then put a star symbol so that it will list out all the users which are present. Okay, just for example, I am putting star here. Then click on next. Right, it displayed all the users who all are present in our environment. Okay, so once it comes to select resource page, you can select the resource whatever you want in this particular collection. I want to add first, second, third, fourth, fifth, these 5 servers from the bottom to this particular collection, right? So I just selected all of those, then click on next, next, close. So once you click on close, all those servers come and sit in this particular place. And at the later point of time, if you don't want to add any one of this user, something like that, just select, and here you will find an option called delete. So if you just click on delete, it will go. Let me show that delete. Right, earlier it was 4 members, now it is changed to 3 members. And here you will find an option, use incremental update for this collection. So if you are using direct or if you are using query, then select this option, because the increment should happen automatically without human intervention. But in case of direct, it is a static method, we have to add the users one by one manually, so don't select this one. But that is the importance of this checkbox. If you select this one, it will take place automatically at the background when you have used query rule. Then click on next, next, and close. So now it will create a collection here. Refresh and come back to user collection, or wait for a moment. Okay, you are seeing that collection, right? You are seeing the members also. In that total 4 members were added. If you want to see the member, select that, then go to show member. So you are seeing it, all these members were present inside that direct role. Okay, if you want to close, select it, close all nodes or close node, you can select any one. So this is about direct rule. Next comes query rule. So the same thing, we need to go to user collection, create a user collection, write it as a query rule. Okay, then provide the same like limiting condition, all users, click on OK, next. Here comes the main important thing. Now I will go with the query rule. Earlier it was direct, now it is direct rule. Provide any name here, that does not make any sense. Edit query statement, criteria, this is the place we are going to set up the things. So based on this condition only, the details get added. Okay, so once this page is appeared, then click on select, provide the condition here. I will give the attribute class as user resource and attribute as I will take as user OU name. Okay, so then click on OK. Inside the value, provide the particular user OU. I will go ahead and use this particular OU, Contoso, work plus whatever, then service accounts. Then click on OK. So what happens, whatever the users present inside this OU should come and sit inside this query collection. Okay, then click on OK, 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 next, next, close. You can say that direct query rule 1 is created, but still members are not reflecting. Just wait for a few seconds, it will come automatically. Okay, or else you can go ahead other tabs and come back to user collection. You can see, right, inside query rule 6 members were there, because in that particular OU 6 users were added. So due to that you are seeing the count as 6. If you want to see the names, click on that, then go to show member. Okay, these are the users present inside that. This is about query rule. If you want to close it, select that, then click on close, click on all nodes. So far we are done with 2 rules. One is query and another one is direct method. Let me go for the third one, that is nothing but include. Go to user collection, right click, create a user collection, give the name to that. I will give it as a include collection. Okay, include collection, and again we need to limit the collection. Click and browse. So earlier you were seeing only 3, right? All users groups, all users. Now you are seeing another 2 also. These are the 2 which we have created. So you can select based on the requirement. So for demo I'll go with again all users. Click on OK, next, and the same thing. Earlier we are using direct inquiry. This time I will go with the include collections. So once you click on include collections, it will prompt to this particular page. Select collections. So select the collection what you are going to add inside this include. So I want to combine whatever present inside this direct collection and query rule. So the member should be part of this include collection. So I'm selecting these 2. Then click on OK. So you can see, right, both were get added here. Direct collection and query selections. Once everything is done, you can see the members also. You might be seeing 6 members in query rule and 4 members in direct rule, right? So total we will get 10 members in this include rule now. Okay, then click on next, and close. So it will get created include collection 1. The member count should be changed to 10 in 1 or 2 minutes, because the count you can see, right, 4 are from direct, 6 are from query. So total 10 should come here now, right? Let me refresh or wait for some more minute. Okay, you can see the right include collection. The result it is showing here 6. I said it was 10, but now it is showing it as 6. Let me tell why it is so. Okay, so what happened? So there are some so users were duplicated, not duplicated, are those part of direct collection as well as query rule, so that it has taken only the unique users, not the duplicated one. For example, if you go to direct collection, you can see, right, TW account, MSA, SDK account present in direct collections. Also if you go to query rule, those accounts were existed here also, MSA account, SDK account and DR account. So due to that duplication in the include collection, it has taken only the unique ones. That is what you are saying the count as 6, not the 10. So we are seeing the count as 6, not the 10. This is because of this duplication only. Okay, this is how you can create the include collection. So far we are done with include, direct and query. We left out with only exclude. So let me show that. Again, go back to user collections, right click, create a collection, give the name as exclude collection. Okay, again you can limit the collection to any one particular user group or something like that. Click on OK, next, add role. This time I will go with the exclude collection. So you can select whatever we are going to exclude here. I will go ahead and with include collection 1 and query rule 1. Click on OK, next, and close. So just refresh. It will give the members count. It is taking some time to give the member count. Let me give you an example of exclude collection to better understand. For example, if you have 10 servers in one particular collection and you don't want 3 servers from that one, so in that case you can take the use of this exclude collection and mention the server's name, so that in the final output you only see 7 servers, because we have mentioned exclude here, so that it will exclude these 3 servers. Likewise, it is also similar to user collections also. In case of user collections, if there are 10 servers, 10 users, if you don't want 3 users, you can add in the exclude collection, so that SCCM will remove those 3 and it will give only 7 users in the output. Okay, let me remove this and I'll try to refresh it one more time. Still the count is 0. It's taking a lot of time to reflect, but that is how the exclude collection works. So whatever the user's name or accounts you are going to accounts or devices you are going to exclude it, you can exclude those. For example, exclude collection, if you go to properties, there you will find an option for excluding those members. Okay, Still it is not reflecting. So that's not working. Let me take another example. Create user collection, exclude collection 2, and I'll take it as all users. Okay, next, add rule, direct rule, next, put percentage. Okay, select the users whatever you are going to add into this particular collection, right? I'm going with all these options now. Okay, next, close, next, close. Okay, you can see that exclude collection count is 10 now. Then go to properties and then go to membership rule, add rule, and here you can select the option called exclude collection, and from this page you can select whatever the users or whatever the groups you are going to exclude from the existed collection. If you select query rule 1, whatever the user present inside that are get excluded from the exclude collection 2 now. So this is how exclude collection works in SCCM. Right, hope you understand all the collections in SCCM from this video. In today's class, I will show you about how to take the remote control of SCCM clients and also how to explore the resources. Okay, first connect to the MECM console. This is how it looks like once you connected. Then go to asset and compliance, and next you should go to devices. Okay, once you click on devices, it will list out all the servers which are present in your environment, whether it is under SCCM under monitoring or not. Everything it will be seen here only. You can see that it is with the green check mark indicates, so everything looks for this one. If it is not with the green check mark, that indicate SCCM client is not installed and it is not under SCCM control. Okay, let me try to connect with any one of the servers. I will take an example of SQL01 server. So just go to that server, then right click. Okay, here you will find an option called start. So just expand that and then go for remote control. So once you click on remote control, some process will happen at the background, like connecting remote control agent, and some handshake is happening, and after that you can see it asking the remote user to allow the remote control. So let me go back to our SQL01 server where I have asked for remote control. So once you connect it to that server, you will see option, right? SCCM lab is my actual demo lab, and here you can see contours.com admin user requesting the permission to begin the remote control. If you click on approve, so now from SCCM console itself you are controlling this particular server. Let me show you the host name. So just for a clarification, as you can see, host name is SQL01, right? So it means we are on the server SQL01. Let me go back to our SCCM server. Okay, if you go back to SCCM server, you can see, right, we are completely controlling that SQL01 server. You can see clearly connected to by using this particular account, and you can see the host name also here. And now you can make the modification whatever you want, or whatever the activity you are going to perform, you can do it very easily. So this is how you can connect the remote servers. This is not only for one server, you can connect like this any server whatever you want to do the remote control connection. Okay, once you are done with the work, just click on this close mark. That will be sufficient. You can see that there is an active remote control session. Do you want to really exit the application? Yes, click on yes. So automatically it will come out of that, and right now the SQL01 remote control is gone. So likewise, if you want to connect SQL02, just select that server, right click, and then go to start. Again click on resource control, remote control. So once you click on remote control, at that moment who were logged in the SQL02 server at this moment, on their screen a pop-up will come like approve or deny. So if we approved, so at that moment itself it will take, SCCM will take the control of that server. Okay, but before that, to work this remote control option properly, we need to make some settings in SCCM such that SCCM can able to log in very easily. Okay, I will show you what is that configuration. Just go to administration and then go for client settings. So I just created a custom client settings. If you want to go with the default one, yes, go ahead and you can do that. So if you click on custom client setting, then go for properties. Here you will find a property called remote control. So that remote control option should be enabled. If it is not enabled, then we are not able to connect with any of the client machines from SCCM console. Here you will find an option called remote control, right? Right now you can see enable remote control on this client is enabled. So due to that we are able to connect all those servers. In case this configuration is disabled, then we cannot connect any machines. Let me show that. Click on configure setting. Here you will find a check mark, enable the remote control on the client computers. So if it is unselect, then we cannot connect any of the remote controls, remote servers. Okay. So if you are facing any issue for the remote control, so this is the first step. You should come and check whether this is enabled or not. So make sure this should be enabled for any remote control action. Okay. So this is all about remote control. As I said, I will explain one more thing, that is Resource Explorer. Resource Explorer is nothing but from that you will come to know what all are the hardware or software configuration present on the client computer. Okay. Just go to Asset and Compliance again, Devices. I want to see the configurations like hardware, software, such kind of things, whatever present on MS02. In that case, select the server, right click, again go to Start. You will find an option called Resource Explorer. So if you click on that, it will capture, it means SCCM will capture all the configurations associated to that SCCM servers, like what is the hardware, what is the software present in that machine. Okay. If you further expand hardware, you will see in detail information. Like if you click on install application, these are the 32-bit applications installed on MS02 servers like Microsoft Visual C++ or Microsoft Report Viewer 2015 runtime. So these are the 32-bit applications and installed on MS02. Likewise, if you want to see the 64-bit installed application, you can click on this and you will see the list of names here. So all these applications are installed on that machine, I mean MS02 machine. Likewise, you can see other options also, like what all are the logical disk details present on that. So these are other drivers, C, E, A, D. So these all drives are present on MS02. So if you want to get a clarification, let me connect to MS02 server. Okay. So there you will find all those drive details. So I'm just connecting to MS02 now. Okay. Let me enter the password to connect. Okay. Hit enter. So now it is connecting. Okay. Once it's connected, then go for File Explorer and then click on this PC. You will see, right, C drive, D and E and A. So these many drives are present, total 4, right? Let me go back to my SCCM server. You will see the same thing there also, right? C, E, A, D. So this is you can take use of Resource Explorer from SCCM, like how to get the details of the client machines. If you want to see the memory details, you can go and click on that. Likewise, motherboard details, network adapter details. Okay. And if you want to know the operating system details, yes, you can do that as well. You'll find the option called operating system here. So you can see, right, this is of type Microsoft Windows Server 2016 standard. Okay. Also physical disk, physical memory. So everything you will see once you expand this particular hardware option. Likewise, if you want to see the hardware history, yes, you can do that. Hardware history is nothing but what are the modification done to the basic hardware settings, so that all information will be captured inside hardware history. Okay. This is about hardware history. Like if you want to see the processor changes, yes, you can go ahead and check that one. Okay. Likewise, if you expand software, you will see all the software details. Inside file details, you will come to know what are the application were installed and what is the type of those. For example, these are like .msi. Likewise, you can see other options also like .exe, right? .msi, .exe. If anything is there, you can see that as well. If we scroll little right, you can also see the file size. What is the exact size of that file and where exactly that has been installed. So this is particular paths for all those installed applications, right? So this is all about softwares. Further, you can expand other objects also, like collect files, lost software, scan when happened. You can get all these details when you go for Resource Explorer. Okay, that's it. This is all about Resource Explorer. So hope the session is useful. In this session we totally discussed two concepts. One is remote control and another one is Resource Explorer. Today I will discuss about how to verify the SCCM client installation from SCCM end, and also I will show a couple of logs from the client end. Okay, let me connect with my MECM console. Okay, once you are connected, then go to Asset and Compliance and then go for the overview folder. Inside that, click on Devices. So if you click on Devices, it will list out all the devices which were present in your SCCM environment. Okay, for example, these all servers are present in my environment. Okay, if you want to know whether the client is installed or not, you can check by using this particular column, client. If it is showing as yes, then it indicates the client is installed already on that computer. So couple of servers you are seeing no, because the SCCM client is not installed on those machines. This is the first step you need to verify about the SCCM client installation. After that, whether the functionality is happening properly or not between SCCM server and client, you should check this particular green check mark. So if any server showing with a green check mark, it indicates it is able to control that client properly and may able to manage the client as well. So this is how you need to verify from the SCCM end. Likewise, we can also verify the client installation from the client end also. Let me show you how to do that. I'll connect with one of our server. Let me take an example of SQL01. This is one of our SCCM client machine. Okay, first go to this PC. Okay, then go to C, Windows, and once you install these three particular folders play a main important role: CCM, CCM cache, and CCM setup. If you open CCM cache, you are seeing some subfolders here. These are nothing but local downloadable files. Okay, so whatever the data you push it to distribution point in SCCM server, no, the same data will be copied from there to here. In simply we can say CCM cache is nothing but it is a local folder, store the all installable files here. For example, some of the application I have deployed from SCCM server, you are seeing the same information here. Let me open this folder 1. You can see right, 7zip.msi file is present here. This has been copied from the SCCM server distribution point. Likewise, if you check the second folder, here you are seeing the Google Chrome.msi file. So these two applications are deployed here. Likewise, if you go to third, you are seeing Firefox. So Firefox also installed on this application, installed on the server, which has been taken from the SCCM server distribution point. So overall, CCM cache is nothing but a local folder. Okay, this is all about this particular folder. Then go to CCM setup. If you open CCM setup, you will see all the configuration file, how the installation has taken place. That is, everything is written inside the CCM setup file. For that, you need to check the CCM setup.exe file. This is the one going to install the client on the servers. Okay, if you run this one, the client will start getting the information from SCCM server and making the changes on the client as per the requirement. Okay, so this is about CCM setup file. So it contains all the installable files. And third one is CCM. If you open CCM, here you will find a folder called logs. Okay, let me search for the logs folder. Yeah, you can see it here, right? Inside that you can see a lot of logs present. This is the main place where you are going to verify all the things, whether the installation is went successful or not, what is the current status, what is the application deployment status happening on this machine. Everything you will be able to see by using these logs. And even if you have any issues, this is the first place to check. So by looking into the logs, we will come to know what exactly happening on the machine. Okay, here I will explain about couple of logs which are very important for the client installation. First I will go with the client location log. Let me search for that. Click on C. You will find a log called client location log. You can see it. Let me open that. So if you open the client location log, it will tell about the site assignment, to which site this particular agent is connecting. You can see right, site code is PS1 and management point is this particular ms01contoso.com. So overall, this particular client location log will tells what is the site code and what through which management point this particular agent is communicating. That information we can get it from the client location log. Okay, then I will take another log called mtr mgr log. Okay, click on search for mtr mgr log. You can see, right, this log is mainly used for monitoring all the software metering process. You can do the software metering also in SCCM, right? So once you enable the software metering, you need to verify this log only, how the process is happening, what all the meetings are capturing. All those informations are stored inside the mtr mgr log. Okay, let me take another log called client id manager startup log. Let me search for that one. Yeah, it is here. Double click. Here you will find the registration. Once the particular agent is registered with SCCM, then you will get one particular GUID. Based on that only the communication will happen. So let me show what is the GUID for this SQL01. Let me go little top. You can see that at the starting it is saying client is not registered, then client installation registration is pending and sleeping for 60 seconds. After some time still it is client registration is pending. So like that, if you scroll down, you will find the registration thing again. Okay, let me show where it is registered successfully. Okay, here you will find the log called client is registered. Earlier it was not registered, it was showing some pending and all. So after some time the client is registered successfully. So once it has registered, it will give one particular GUID. You can see it. This is the GUID. Based on this only the communication will happen between SCCM server and SCCM clients. Okay, you can see the same information inside the control panel also. Let me open control panel and show you that. Open control panel. Once you install SCCM client, you will see one particular folder inside all control panels called configuration manager. If you open that, you will see our client details here, right? So these are information present here. This particular client is connecting to this particular management ms01contoso.com, right? And you can see the unique identifier. This is nothing but the GUID what I am talking now. Okay, where is that log? You can see that it is started with 2F3A0 something like that. You can see the same information here, 2F3A0 something extra information is there, right? So whatever the logs is present, the same thing is captured here and it is present the same information here as well. Okay, likewise you can see other information also inside this configuration manager. If you go to actions, you are seeing what are the actions this particular client is going to take. Application deployment evaluation cycle, discovery data collection cycle, machine policy retrieval cycle. For example, if a particular policy is sent out from the management server, I mean SCCM server, it will wait for the particular time to reach the SCCM client and verify the things here. If you want to run it immediately, just select that particular policy and click on run. So it is going to evaluate immediately and it will give the result also. Likewise, if you want to run any of other things here immediate manner, just select that and click on run now, so that it will run immediately. It will not wait for the particular time to arrive and run. So it will not happen in that way. It will take place automatically now. Okay, so these are few important logs for SCCM client installation. Along with that, what else we can see? Go to Windows, CCM setup and go for logs. Here also you can see that CCM setup log. So you will see whether the CCM installation is completed or not. If the exit code is 0, that indicates CCM setup file installation is successful. You can see at the last line, CCM setup is exited with the return code 0. If the return code is 0 and 7, then you can say the installation is happened successfully. If any other return codes are written here, then there is some issue, we need to fix that. So these are very important logs: CCM setup log, client location manager log, mtr mgr log, CCM exit.log. So these are very much important for the communication between SCCM server and client. Okay, if there is any issue also, this is the first place to check all those things, right? If there is no errors in all these logs and inside the SCCM console also, if there is a green check mark and client installation status is yes, then we are good. The client installation is done successfully and we can able to manage the clients very easily going forward. Okay, this is all about verification of SCCM client installation. Today I am here to discuss about how to do the installation of MECM console on other servers. Right now we are installed MECM console on only one server. Let me go to our SQL01 and search for MECM. Right, you are not seeing any console here. So let me try to install the MECM console on SQL01 server, so that it is not necessarily to log in the one where we installed our primary site server. Right, you can connect from anywhere. For that, first we need to copy the installable file from the primary site server. Let me go back to our primary site server, go to File Explorer, then look for C drive, then Program Files, Microsoft Configuration Manager, search for the folder called Tools, it is here, and then look for Console Setup. Yeah, we are mainly looking for this file, whatever you are seeing on console, right? Console setup.exe. This file has to be executed on SQL01 now. Okay, let me go back to SQL01 and try to collect that information from the share path. ms01 say hash, then go to Program Files, and then go to Microsoft Configuration Manager, and here search for Tools, and then Console Setup. So let me copy the entire folder itself, copy. Okay, I'll go back to my desktop, I'll paste it here. You can see, right, now the console setup file is present on my SQL01 server. Open that and run the setup file. If you want to see the extension of this file, just click on view, file name extension. You can see, right, console setup.ext. Right click, run as administrator. Yes, now it started installing. You can see, right, Microsoft Endpoint Configuration Manager. Click on next. Provide the primary site server name here. My server name is ms01.contoso.com, right, .com. Then click on next. This is the installation path. Okay, let me check one more time. ms01.contoso.com. This is the installation path. And finally we are at the end. Just click on install. So now the process is started, and whatever the files were required, it is capturing and it is installing everything now. You can see that copying new files, so it is taking place automatically. So we need to wait for 1 hour 2 minutes so that installation get completed successfully, and we are able to see the MECM console on SQL01 server. Right, let us wait now. Okay, it took almost 10-15 minutes to complete this action. Now you can see that Microsoft Endpoint Configuration Manager has finished successfully. The console setup has finished successfully. If you want to launch it, just click on finish. Okay, now we are good at installing the MECM console on SQL01 server, and we are able to connect with that. Okay, you can see, right, on SQL01 also we are able to connect our MECM successfully. Everything looks good. You are able to see all tabs, assets, software library, monitoring, administration. Everything looks good here. If you want to see the server name, just to cross check, go to command prompt and type the host name. You can see that SQL01. So earlier we used to connect MECM console from MS01 server. Now we can connect with SQL01 also. So this is how you need to install the console on remote servers. Just you need to download or copy the console setup file from our primary management server or primary site server. Then we need to go to the remote computers and run there. That's it. It's a very simple process. In today's session I will talk about compliance settings in SCCM. This plays a very important role when you are going to evaluate certain conditions on multiple computers, like 1000 or 2000 computers. Okay, let us take an example of Internet Explorer. You want to check like what exactly the versions present on all the servers, whether it is going to meet the criteria, like this particular version should be present on all the servers. If it is present, then consider this one as a compliant. If the particular version is not present, then that would be a non-compliant, right? In such cases it is very difficult to log in all 1000 or 2000 servers whatever present in your environment, and to check by logging into each server, it's very difficult. But we can eliminate that kind of things with the help of SCCM. With the help of SCCM, we can going to evaluate all those things very easily. Let me show how to do that. Okay, So first launch your SCCM console, then go to asset and compliance, and here you will find in a folder called compliance settings. So it's whatever the things we are going to discuss now, it's all depending on this particular folder only, compliance settings, and inside that configuration item and configuration baseline. In case of configuration item, it is nothing but it is like a container. It's going to store all the information whatever we are going to give, like detection methods, settings, compliance rules, everything will get stored here. And in case of configuration baseline, it is going to evaluate the conditions of the configuration item. Okay, I'll just take an example of Internet Explorer version check and I will show you how it works. Okay, first go to configuration item, right click, create a configuration item. Okay, it will open the configuration item wizard and provide the name to that. I will give it as Internet version check. Okay, Internet Explorer version check. Okay, this is a configuration item. I'll give it as a configuration item. Okay, and this has to be checking on all the computer. You can say it, specify the type of configuration item that you want to create. Settings for the device managed with the configuration manager client. I want to manage Windows desktop computers and servers. So if you want to manage only Mac OS, select second one. If you want to do only for Windows 10, select first one. Okay, since I have Windows desktop and server in my environment, I will go with the third option. Then click on next, and here there is a sub option. You can select what is the OS version you are going to calculate. That could be on a Windows 8 machine or Windows 8.1, Windows Server 2019, based on your requirement. You can select it here. If you want to enter manually, at that time just go for the second option and enter it here by clicking on add. Okay, then click on next. Here is the main thing, you are going to provide the information. Click on new, provide the name here, like I version check. So whatever you can give it here. So on what basis it is going to evaluate the version check? Based on the file system here. Okay, there are multiple options are there. You can go ahead and take use of that based on your requirement. Whether if you want to evaluate whether a particular register key existed or not, or particular register value is existed or not, in that case you can go ahead and take use of this registry key or registry value, right? If you want to check any service is running or not, then you can take use of script, write a small script to check whether that particular service is running or not, right? It is completely depending on the requirement. For this simple demonstration, I'm going with the file system. Okay, now the type is file. Now we need to provide the path where exactly that Internet Explorer is present. So click on browse. Okay, and then expand my computers, C drive, and go for program files 86, and here you will find the option called Internet Explorer. Okay, just click on that. So it will open up with a lot of options. If you scroll down and see particular this file Internet Explorer.exe, this is the one we are checking. So date and modified and type, so everything you are looking here, right? And then so here we need to select two options, whether this particular Internet Explorer file must be existed or not. So on what basis we are going to calculate that? If you are based on existing, then select this one, the selected file must be exist on the client devices. If you are on the opposite side, like the specified file must not exist on client devices, then go for the second option. So I want that particular application or Internet Explorer file should be existed on all servers, so I will go with the first option. Then if this particular file is existed, then on what basis it is going to evaluate, right? It is going to evaluate based on the file version. So just select this option, the select file must be compliant with the following rules. Click on add, provide the condition here. There are multiple conditions are there, like date modified, date created, size. You can take anyone. Like if you want to click on date modified, you can give the time date details as well, like this particular date I want to evaluate. If the modification is before that, then it considered as a non-compliant. If the modification are after that, then it is considered as a compliant. Like that you can take use of date modified or date created. Or if you want to use size, just provide the size, whether it is going to be more than 5 MB, 10 MB. Let us take an example of 10 MB. If it is more than 10 MB, then consider it as a non-compliant. It is less than 10 MB, then consider less compliant. Sorry, less than 10 MB, consider it as a non-compliant. Greater than 10 MB, consider it as a compliant. So you can say right, size equals to greater than, you can have a lot of logical conditions here. So then provide the value, like what is the value you are going to give here, MB or GB. You have to mention all those things. So I will go with the file version. So if the file version is equals to or greater than, this particular thing, then consider it as a compliant. If the value whatever giving it here, it is, if it is less than this version on the client machine, then consider it as a non-compliant, right? I'll just repeat it one more time. If the file version is equals to this value, then consider it as a compliant. If the file version value is not equal to this value, then consider it as a non-compliant. Okay, so two things, compliant, non-compliant. If it is matching, compliant. If it is not matching, non-compliant. Okay, then click on OK, apply, and then click on OK. So this is the things we have given so far. IE version check, the setting type we have chosen as a file system. Then click on next. So these two things we are given, right? This particular Explorer file must be exist on that SCCM client machines, and that client machine, after existing, it is going to evaluate the version that has to be matched with the particular version whatever giving it here. Click on next, next. Okay, so it is going to calculate all those things and provide the complete summary. Let's wait for a few minutes to complete. You can see that the task is completed successfully. You can see one more thing here, like this is the file we are given, Explorer file must exist and it should be equals to this particular value, close. So like this we need to create a configuration item. Now I have chosen for Explorer version. If you want to go for other things like registry key and all, you can go ahead and do as I explained now. Then go to configuration file. Here we will evaluate the condition. Right click, create a configuration baseline, give anything, IE version check baseline. It's up to you whatever the name you are going to give. Then click on add, choose the configuration item here. Okay, it will list out all the configuration items from the SCCM console. Since I have only one item, that's what you are seeing, only one item here. Select the item based on the requirement, click on add. Okay, then click on OK. Okay, now it is applying. Now we have created two things, one configuration item, one configuration baseline. So once these two things done, then we need to deploy this particular baseline on the target computers. So select this one, right click, here you will find an option called deploy. Okay, on all what machines it is going to evaluate this particular condition. Click on browse. Whether it should be user collection or device collection, it is up to you guys. I will go with the device collection, and this condition has to be evaluated on all machines what are present in my environment. Like it is 10 here it is showing, so it is going to evaluate on all 10 servers. Click on OK. How often this simple schedule should run? You can select anything. For demo I am going with 5 minutes, so it is going to evaluate that particular condition whether that file version is matching or not for every 5 minutes. Click on OK, and now we are done. So we have created the compliance item and configuration item, configuration baseline, and deployed as well. So if you wait for some time, then you will see the compliance count and non-compliance count here. If the criteria is matching, then we can say it as compliant. The count will be 1 2 3 4 based on that. If it is non-compliant, then the count will be at this line 1 2 3 4, whatever not matching, that will be listed out here. So matching is nothing but in this example version check value. So if the version value is meeting, then it will be displayed that count here. If that version is not matching, then that will be displayed here. So we may need to wait for some time. If you want to check it right away on any one of the server, just connect to that server. I will go with one of our servers equals 01, and we will run it manually, so we can save the time instead of waiting for till it completes. Okay, I just connected to my server. Go to control panel. Okay, then look for configuration manager, then go for configurations. So here you will find that one. At this moment you are not yet received. Let me run the policy now, so that it will come automatically here. Go to actions and run this one, machine policy and retrieval evaluation cycle. Click on run now. So it will evaluate immediately. It will not wait for the time whatever you are given 5 minutes. It will not check, so it will run immediately. Okay, so if we keep on refresh here, that item will come and sit here. As you can see, right, it's already appearing. IE version check baseline. At this moment the evaluation it is showing as unknown because it has not yet evaluated. That's what we are seeing it as unknown. If you want to evaluate right away, then click on this option. So it is going to evaluate that baseline. If it is matching, then it will saying it as a compliant. If it is not matching, then that become non-compliant. So as you can see, right, this is showing as non-compliant. Why? Because on this server, this SQL01 server, that Internet Explorer file version is not matching. So whatever given in SCCM console, that is not matching. Due to that, it has considered as non-compliant. If you want to see the report, then click on view report. So there also you will find all the information. What is the configuration item we have chosen, and what is the baseline, and why it is non-compliant. It will show everything. Okay, let me open the report. You can see that we are checking on SQL01 server at what time it get evaluated and what is the compliant state now. It is non-compliant. It means it has not matched the particular version. So what is the version we are given? So this is the version we are given, 11.0014393 something. But what is the current value on this machine? This is the version. So by seeing only you will come to know there is a mismatch in the value, right? So from this it is saying that okay, it is a non-compliant. Okay, it's supposed to be equal to this value, but it is not matching that. So this is how you can take use of compliance settings. So this is just an example of internet versions, but you can take use of this compliance settings depending on the requirement for the different scenario. For example, if you want to check for a existence of a particular registry key or particular any applications or any services or any SQL query if you want to run, then you can go ahead and run and get the result immediately. No need to log in all the servers or check it by going into right clicking open. No need to do anything. So SCCM only take care of everything automatically with the help of this compliance settings. So just I have taken example of simple file versions check. So you can go ahead and check for other things whatever appeared here. Today I am going to discuss about custom queries in SCCM. Okay, without further delay, let's get in. First, for this demonstration purpose, I will take an example of install application. Let me write it down. So I would like to show the install application like SSMS, okay, and Google Chrome at first. Okay, let me minimize. To write the custom queries in SCCM, first you need to log in SCCM console, then you need to go to monitoring, and there you will find a folder called queries. Inside that you can create your folders however you want, right clicking and create a folder. So for demonstration purpose, I have created a folder called custom. Right now it is empty, you can see no items found. Now I will create a one custom query where I would like to see wherever the SSMS application is installed. Okay, for that just click on that folder, create a query, give the query name here. I will give it as install SSMS application. Okay, then click on edit query statement. Here you will find some option called general criteria. So general is nothing but a display page, how the results look like what are the details it contains, like name, versions, or what is the operating system. So how the result looks like, you have to display it here inside the general. And in case of criteria, you are going to give the condition. Based on that, it is going to fetch the result. So right now we are at the criteria. Just click on this yellow icon and provide the condition here. Okay, click on select. I need to choose the particular attribute class and attribute here. So I will go with install application first, right? Just click on I. You will find option called install application, right? And the attribute I will take it as a display name, then click on OK. Right, we have taken install application and display name as an attribute, then click on value. So as I said, I am going to check for SSMS. So search for SQL Server Management Studio. You can see, right, SQL Server 2016 Management Studio is there. It's nothing but SSMS. Okay, click on OK, again OK, and then come to this criteria, sorry, this general section. So we need to give the output details also, right, how the result looks like. So just click on allow, select. I will give the attribute class as system resource. I will give the attribute as a name for the first, then click on OK, again click on allow, then select. This time I will go with installed application and I will choose display name. OK, and OK. So in the output section you are going to see these two columns, system resource and installed application, and inside criteria this is the condition we are given, right? This is how it looks like at the background. Okay, click on OK, then click on next, that's it. Finally click on close. So now we are ready with a custom query for finding the SSMS application. Just right click, run, or you can just do a double click, so that would be sufficient. You can see, right, this SQL Server SSMS is installed on all of these machines, SQL01, right? Let me go back to custom and come back to result again. Yeah, so on all these machines this particular SSMS has been installed, SQL01, 02 and all. Okay, that is the first thing. Let me take another query. I want to see wherever Google Chrome application is installed. So again right click, again create a query. This time I want for Google Chrome. Okay, then click on edit query statement, where at the general nothing but result field, select. I want to see the name. Okay, also I want to see the installed software or application. Okay, I want to see where is the name here, product name I will take. Let me see, click on OK and OK. I will go to criteria and again I'll click on this yellow option, select. So I'll go with the installed software this time. Attribute I'll choose as product name. Okay, value here, look for Google Chrome. Okay, let me search. Okay, or else I'll click on G. Yes, here it is, Google Chrome. Click on OK, OK, and final OK. Then next, and close. Okay, so we have created a new custom query for Google Chrome. So wherever the Google Chrome application is installed, that server name should be listed out inside this. Let me double click. Okay, you can see that on SQL02 Google Chrome application is present. Other than that it is not present on any server. For example, right now I am on MS01 server. If you test for Chrome, it is not there. Let me show my host name. Right, I am on MS01 server. Suppose in case that application is present on MS01 also, then that could have been displayed here. Okay, so right now that application is only on SQL02, so it is displaying the same thing. Okay, this is about custom query for Google Chrome. Let me open the notepad file. I will take another example for service. So I would like to search a particular service wherever it is present. For demonstration I will take an example for a spooler. Yeah, let me take spooler. Okay, the same thing again, go to monitoring, then go to queries. Inside that custom query, right click, create monitoring, provide the name here. I will give it as a spooler service. Okay, spooler service. So I would like to know on what all machine this particular service is existed. Just click on edit query statement, and here just click on this select. Okay, and attribute name, I would like to see the name first, so just select name, click on OK, then click on this yellow again. I would like to see the service, right? There is a particular attribute class called service, so search for that. You can see it, services. Then attribute, I would like to see name. Okay, and if you want to see the status also, you can do that also. Let me go for first name, click on OK, and I would like to see the status as well. So select the attribute again, system resource, instead of system resource go for services. That is attribute class. Inside attribute I want to see status. Here you can see status, right? So these many things I would like to see in the result pane. Let me give the criteria. Click on yellow icon, select. So I would like to go for service, attributes name, click on OK. Now I need to provide the value which service I am looking for. I am looking for spooler, right? What is their name? Let me check for that. Yes, you can see it. A service called spooler is existed. Click on OK, click on OK, final OK, next, next, and close. So now created another query for custom query for checking the spooler service along with status as well. Great, right? Let me double click. Yes, you can see on MS01, MS02, SQL01 to Win10. On all these machines, this spooler service is existed and the status of the service is OK. It means it is running. Let me check on one machine, right? Services, search for a print spooler. You can see that if I open that, service name is spooler and it is right now running. So that is what the status is. OK. Suppose if the service is stopped, then the status could have been different, right? So this is all about custom query in SCCM. So based on the attribute class and particular attribute, you can get the reports however you want or whatever you want. Again, I am here with another important topic called application deployment through SCCM. For this demonstration purpose, I am taking an example of 7-zip file. Let me open a Paint and I will show you the structure how it is. I have my SCCM server here and client machines are here. So now I am going to install 7-zip file on all these client machines. Okay, through the application deployment method. Okay, this is my SCCM server and these all are our clients. Okay, and I'm going to install 7-zip now. Okay, for that first you need to download that 7-zip from the Google or somewhere. Okay, I have downloaded and pasted it on my console. This is the file, right? Let me copy this and I'll create a separate path for that. Let me create a new folder called application. Okay, inside application I'll create another folder called 7-zip. Okay, and paste the file. Okay, so while doing the application deployment, this particular folder should be shared. Then only SCCM will understand, okay, this file is present here and let me capture that. Okay, that's how it works. So for that reason, what I will do, I will share the application folder. Right click, share with specific people, everyone, add, give a read write control. Okay, then click on share and done. So if you want to see the same thing again, go back to C drive and then go to application and then go to properties and then sharing. You can see that this has been shared. That's what you are seeing it here. Let me click on cancel all of these. Okay, so to create the application deployment, we need to follow the three process. One is adding the application to SCCM, then distributing the application, and third one is deployment. It completely depending on these three action only. As I said, the first step is adding the application to SCCM. Open the SCCM console, then go to software library, and then go to application management. Expand application management, go to first option application, create an application here, right click, create application. Okay, and provide the path here, the one which you have shared, right? ms01 and then applications and 7zip, that is the file name, 7zip.msi, right? Then click on next. Yes, next. In this page you can see some of the information, like this is the file name, this is the installation file which has been captured automatically from SCCM itself. Okay, and if you want to add any other things here, you can add it, no worries. For example, software version is 1.0, right? If you want to make anything like that, you can provide the information here. If you want to install it on 32-bit processor as well, then select this option. You can see it, run installation program as a 32-bit process on 64-bit clients. Okay, I'm just unselecting it, then click on next, next. Okay, now it is loading. You can see the process. Okay, once it is done, then click on next again. Okay, it added successfully, then click on close. So now we have added SCCM, sorry, the 7zip application to SCCM. You can see the same information here, name, and what is the version we have selected, and so on, right? Let me distribute this particular application to distribution point. Okay, right click on that, then go to distribute content. Okay, so it will prompt to next page where we need to provide the server details where that distribution point management points were present. Okay, then click on next, next, add, then select the option distribution point here. So we have installed the distribution point on MS01 server, so that's what we are seeing the same. Then click on OK, next, next. Okay, so we are done with the two step. One, we have added the application to SCCM. Second one is we are distributed. If you want to see the distribution status, you can see it here. At this moment it is showing it as unknown, and later it will show the status here. Wait for some time. Yes, you can see the content status now. Earlier it was unknown, now it is showing it as success. So one application we have added to the distribution point successfully. So if it is in progress, that time it was with an yellow color. Suppose if it is failed to upload to distribution point, then it was with a failed status. Now we are good, it has been updated to the distribution point successfully. Okay, so we are done with creation of application and distributing the content to distribution point. The only thing we left out is deployment. So right click on the application, you will find an option called deploy. Just select that one. So once you click on deploy, it will ask for the collection and how it is going to install, whether it is in available mode or required mode. Some options it will ask, and we need to provide the information for that. This is the file we are going to install. This is the software. Then click on browse. So on what all machine this particular application is going to install, that information you need to provide here. If you want to install it on particular users, go for user collections. If you want for device collections, change the thing here like device collection. I will go with a device collection, and I want to install this application on all system. Okay, I have 10 machines, right? On all system this application has to be installed. If you want to install it on any particular servers, then create a group or a collection and then select it here. Okay, and then click on OK, then next, click on add the distribution point, cancel distribution point. Okay, it's not required because it's already there. If you want to add extra, then go ahead and do it. As you are saying, it's already there, ms01, no need to add again here. Then click on next. Inside action you will find two options, install and uninstall. If you are doing uninstallation, then go for second one. If you are installing the application, go with the first one. Our requirement is to install, so select the first one. And then in purpose you will see two options again here also. One is available, another one is required. What do you mean by available? So if you select the option available, what happens inside the software center, this application will go and sit. It will not going to do anything like installation and all. Simply that application will be present inside the software center. Suppose if you select required, that time it will go to software center and it will install automatically without human intervention. Okay, let me open the software center, how it looks. Software center, where you can see all the things like what are the updates done, what is the operating system. So each and everything you will be seeing in the software center, you can see, right? Now you are seeing application, it is empty, updates empty, operating system empty, nothing is here. But after once we deploy that inside the application, you will see the application name here, right? Minimize that. I will go with available mode, so that inside the software center that application will be available. You just come here, right click and install. Okay, then click on next. If you want to schedule that when it has to be happen, then at that time you can schedule it. I am going with the default one. Next, user notification. Display in software center only shows the notification for the computer restart, or display in software center and show all notification. I want to see all the notification, so go with the first option. Then click on next. If you want to generate any alert, if the deployment fails or if the deployment is 90% done, 70% done, something like that, then you can create the alert here, right? I don't want to create any alert, just click on next. So this is the overall details what we have given so far. Applications installed, purpose is available mode, this is the software we are going to install, and the collection we have chosen as all system. Okay, this is like overall summary. Then click on next. Okay, so now it started working at the background, so you can see the green icon, right? So the process is started. Okay, the task deployment software wizard completed successfully. Okay, everything looks green, we are good. Then click on close. Okay, let me refresh one time. Okay, now we'll see some of the options here. If you go to deployment types, you will see it here, whether it is going to install or uninstall, what are the methods we are added, everything it appear here inside the deployment type. So you can see that priority is 1, this is the file name we are going to install, the type is Windows installer, right? The next, if you go to deployments, you will see the status, how much percentage it is done, or what is the purpose, what is the action, everything. So we have chosen the collection as all systems, so that's what we are seeing it here. Deployment start time, when it starts. Okay, and what is the purpose, whether it is going to install in available mode or required mode, what is the status at this moment, it is going to install or uninstall. So all the things you will see it here. Okay, let me go back to software center and refresh. Okay, not yet come in software center. Let me check for other servers. I'll go to SQL01. Let me open software center here. Okay, software center. Okay, you might be noticing this one, right? New software is available already. Okay, we're good. Even inside the application also you are seeing our application 7-zip. So this is how it works. When you install the application, when you create an application deployment in SCCM, it will copy the content and it will paste it inside the targeted servers. So now it is copied 7-zip file from the SCCM server. Okay, if you want to install that, right click and install that. Okay, since it is in available mode, you are seeing this one. Suppose if we are selected as required mode, then the server will come automatically here and it will install automatically, no need to do anything in case of required mode, because that is a forceful installation. Okay, right click or double click, you can say, right? Now you are seeing option called install. So if you click on install, now the installation is started. Likewise, on what all are the servers we have chosen while selecting the collection on all those machines, this 7zip application will be installed. You can see it, 7zip is installed successfully. You can see that in search like 7zip, you can see that it is already installed. Right, this is how you need to take care of application deployment in SCCM. Okay, I'll come back to my SCCM console again. As you can see, the compliance status is still showing as 0.0%. After some time, what happens on what are the machines the particular 7zip application get installed, based on that the value keep on increasing. So right now it is done on only one server. After 10-15 minutes the value will change here. So that is about compliance. Okay, today I'm going to discuss about package model, which is nothing but a traditional method of deploying software packages to the devices in SCCM. Yes, of course, it is one of the two main software deployment model in SCCM along with application model. For this one, I'll take an example of Firefox, how to do the installation of Firefox through package model in SCCM. Okay, I have downloaded the Firefox first. So as you can see, this is a .msi file. Let me copy that file and I'll place this particular file in the share folder so that I can access to the SCCM. So this PC, let's go to C drive and then look for application. Yep, open the application and then create a folder for that. I'll give it as a Firefox. Okay, and I'll paste the file. So this is an executable file. So if you look at the Firefox applications, you can see that it is shared already. Go to sharing, you can share it. This is shared. So I will take use of the same. To create the package model in SCCM, so first we need to launch the SCCM console, then we should go to software library. And here you will find the option called packages inside the application management. Right, let me create a new package for this one. Create a package. I will give the name as Firefox through package. Okay, this is the name. If you want to give some additional information like manufacturer and language and versions, yes, you can go ahead and do that. So after entering these details, just click on this option. This package contains the source file. We need to provide the particular path, like where we have pasted that what is that Firefox file. Okay, browse, provide the path here, that is ms01 and then applications, right? And after that Firefox, right? Finally the .msi file, then click on OK and then next. So I'm creating a standard program here, not going to create any program of the device or third option. So just I'm going with the very first option called standard program. Okay, I'll give the name for this one as Firefox install. Okay, and here we need to provide the command line. When you create when you try to deploy any application through application model, so the command line will be taken care automatically, right? But in case of package model, you have to give the command line manually here. So let me open the notepad file. The command line for that is msi exec /i for installation, and then provide the name of that application, where it is applications Firefox, and copy the name. Okay, close this, paste the name, and then / give it as a q indicate silent installation. This is the command line we are going to use for install, as this program is for installation. So if you would like to uninstall at the later point of time, or as a rollback plan, you can give here, like let me give it as uninstall. Okay, and then provide the same command line with the small changes. Okay, replace I with X, right? I for installation, X for uninstallation. Okay, let me copy this, provide the line here, right? This is the one which we are using for Firefox installation now. Okay, then run, minimize, maximize, hidden. How we are going to run? I will put as maximized now so that you can see it. Program can run, so when it is going to run, only when the user logged in, or whether or not user logged in, only when no user logged in. So I will give the second option, whether or not user logged in. Okay, then click on next. So if you would like to run any other program first before running this Firefox, like I would like to install OneNote before installing the Firefox, if that is the case, select this first option, run another program, browse and select that particular model here, that OneNote whatever you created, right, that you have to select it here. So you need to create that first before selecting here. If you have not done that, then it will be empty only. So right now I'm not running any programs, so I'm selecting that. Then if you would like to run this particular program on any particular OS version like Windows 8, Windows 7, something like that, Windows Server, you can come here and select it based on your OS requirement. So I will go with the basic one. You can see that this program can run on any platform. Okay, and to run the program you can make the condition like check the disk space. If the disk space is X greater than X amount, then only go ahead and install. If this is less than X amount, then don't install. So like that you can provide the condition here, right? I will give it as when the estimated disk space is 200 MB, then only install. Okay, maximum allowed runtime, how long it should be low, 120 minutes, 120 seconds, sorry, 120 minutes, 150 minutes. So you can give approximate time, how much time it will take to install that. Okay, so both of these options you can give it as unknown, or you can, if you want to give any particular value, go ahead, you can give it. Okay, then click on next. This is a summary page. Next, so it is the first program is created, click on OK. So this is the one, right? Configuration manager client package. If you go to program, you will see that. Sorry, this is the one, Firefox through package model. If you go to program, you will see the program name. This is the one we are going to run it, right? This is our command for installation. And if you want to add another program here for uninstallation, then right click on this one. Okay, then create a program, standard program. Next, provide the name for that, uninstall Firefox. Okay, provide the command line also for that. As I have saved already, I will copy the same thing. Okay, so these are things based on your requirement and whether you are going to run it in minimize, maximize, hidden, however you want. Here also let's go with the second option, whether or not the user logged in. Then click on next. So here I don't want to make any changes, I'll go with the default. Next, next, and close. So we have created two programs for this package. One is for installation, another one is for uninstallation, right? Now we have created the package, then I would like to distribute that to distribution content. So how we need to do that? Click on the package, go to distribute content. Next, click on add distribution content, select the server name, click on OK, next, next, and close. So we are done with adding the package and passing that information to distribution content. So we are only left with deploy. So select the option, select the package, go to deploy. Okay, so here we need to select the program, what it is going to run, whether it is going to install or uninstall. Since it is the first time, I'll go with the Firefox install. Click on OK. On which machine it is going to install the Firefox application, that information we need to give inside this collection. Browse. I like to give it as all systems, or if you like to give any particular like query, direct, some other groups were there, right? You can select based on your requirement. Okay, then click on next. Distribution point is already taken. Next, So inside purpose, another option is available, that is nothing but available. So available and required, you can choose anyone. If you select required, it is a forceful installation. If you select available, then this is available inside the software center. We guys need to manually run that. So I will select it as a required, so it has to take space automatically without human intervention. Click on next. If you want to give any schedule time here, just based on your requirement, you can just give it. Okay, I will give it as immediately run. Okay, then click on next. Software installation, in the inside user experience I will select software installation, then click on next. Okay, inside distribution points you will see two options here: download the content from distribution point and run locally, and another one is run program from distribution point. I'll go with the second option so that it will download the content first and then run locally. Okay, then click on next, next, and close. So we are done now. So we need to wait for 10-15 minutes so that we are able to see package mode, we are able to see Firefox on the servers, whatever the collection we have selected. You can see, right, the content already passed to the distribution point. That's what you are showing the status as 1. So if you wait for 1 or 2 minutes, you will see the status also. Let me go back to my SQL server to check the status, and let me go to software center, applications. That application has to come here and run automatically as we have given it as a required mode. So we need to wait for that. Let me wait. Okay, you can see, right, on my console Firefox Motion is already installed successfully. If you want to see the content from where it has downloaded, just go to the particular path, go to Windows Explorer, then this PC, C drive, and then search for Windows, and then go for SCCM cache. As I said, it is just a local folder. It downloads the content from the distribution point and put that information here. As you can see, this is the Firefox 73.0. This is the particular file we have installed on this machine, right? If you want to see the status also, for that you can go ahead and look into the logs. Let me take you to that. Go to Windows Explorer, log C drive, then Windows, and then SCCM. Okay, then go to logs. Here you will find a log called execmgr, right? Execmgr is the log, so that will give the status. Okay, let me expand that. Search for Firefox here. Here you can see, right, running C Windows, that MSI exec file, and this is the file name. Created process for the paused command line. Some information is given here, and likewise if you come down, you can see the status here, right? Execution is complete for the program Firefox install, and the exit code is 0. 0 indicate it has been installed successfully, right? This is how you can check from your end whether it is installed or not. It is showing any error by looking into the logs. Just I'm repeating, exec manager is the log file where you can see the all this information. C Windows, okay, CCM logs. Inside logs you will find a folder called file called execmgr, and open that with the CCM trace so that it is easy to read the logs. If you open normally like a notepad file, it is very difficult to understand. So just read the log from the CCM trace so that you can able to see like this. Execution is complete for the program and we are good. If you go to another server SQL02, yes, here also the Firefox Motion is installed successfully. If you want to see the local download file, yes, go to C drive, then go to Windows, and then go to SCCM cache. This is the local downloader. Click on continue, and second, yes, you can see, right, Firefox. In one, some other file will be there, right? Google Chrome. I sometimes back I have installed Google Chrome through SCCM. That's what you are seeing the Google Chrome also here. But at this moment, our concentration should be on Firefox, right? This is how you can do the installation through package model. Thank you so much for watching the video till the end, and bye for now.